Hello, everyone. As marriages mature, relationships often shift in ways that can feel unsettling. In some cases, these changes show up as a husband's feelings drifting from warmth to indifference, or even resentment. For many couples, this can raise concerns about their bond and whether the change is just a phase or a sign of something deeper. Why do some husbands start to pull away emotionally as they get older? What's really going on beneath the surface? And more importantly, what can couples do to reconnect and rebuild what feels lost? This video looks into why this emotional shift happens, how it plays out in daily life, and what steps can be taken to restore a sense of love, support, and connection. From lifestyle shifts to the emotional distance that can develop over time, we'll break down the main factors that affect this change and offer guidance on how to work toward a more fulfilling relationship. 1. Shifting physical attraction. As time goes by, both partners experience natural changes in their appearance. While completely normal, this can sometimes impact how a husband sees his wife. In the early years of marriage, physical attraction may have played a big role, but over time, that strong pull can fade. This can be worsened by things like weight gain, health problems, or visible signs of aging like wrinkles and gray hair. Still, attraction isn't just about looks. It's also about the energy, spirit, and the way partners show love and care for each other. If a husband starts focusing only on outward changes and stops seeing his wife for who she is, her heart, her personality, and their shared life, he may grow dissatisfied. The answer is nurturing emotional and physical closeness and seeing each other as whole, evolving people. 2. Communication starts to break down. One of the biggest issues in long-term relationships is a breakdown in communication. As couples grow more familiar with each other, they may stop talking the way they once did. Those deep conversations that help them connect might fade away. Unspoken feelings, lingering resentment, or unresolved tension can build up and create distance. When communication is missing, both partners may feel emotionally starved. A husband might feel ignored, thinking his wife doesn't really see or hear him anymore. On the other hand, a wife might feel like her husband is no longer emotionally engaged. This gap can make them feel miles apart, even when living under the same roof. The fix? Bringing honest conversation back into the relationship. Check in regularly, talk openly about emotions, and make the effort to truly hear each other. That's how emotional bonds are rebuilt. 3. Getting stuck in a routine. Marriage can sometimes fall into a daily grind. The excitement fades, and both partners settle into roles that feel dull and repetitive. After a few years, the spark that once lit up the relationship can dim under the weight of responsibilities like raising kids, paying bills, and managing careers. When couples stop tending to their bond, they may begin to feel more like roommates than romantic partners. A wife who once brought joy and fun to her husband's life may now seem like just another part of the routine. This can lead to frustration and emotional drift. To bring back the spark, couples need to break the cycle. Try going on date nights, picking up a new shared hobby, or revisiting old dreams. When partners explore life together again, they reignite what brought them close in the first place. 4. Parenting changes everything. Having children is a life-altering experience, and it can dramatically shift the balance in a marriage. Parenthood brings new stress and responsibility, which often doesn't fall evenly between partners. In many homes, the bulk of the parenting and household work is carried by women. This can make emotional closeness harder to maintain. Sometimes, a wife's identity as a mom starts to overshadow her role as a spouse. Husbands may feel like they're on the back burner, while wives are completely focused on the children. This can lead to feelings of being pushed aside and forgotten. That's why couples need to invest in their relationship, outside of being parents. Set aside time just for the two of you. Keep communicating and work as a team. When both partners feel supported and valued, the marriage grows stronger. 5. Emotional needs go unmet. At the heart of any good relationship is emotional connection. When a husband's emotional needs are ignored or overlooked, he may begin to withdraw and grow distant. Over time, couples might assume that their partner just knows how they feel or what they need. But assuming that love will keep running on autopilot can cause serious disconnection. If a wife is juggling work, family life, or her own personal stress, she might not realize her husband is feeling unseen or underappreciated. This can make him feel disconnected and unloved. Bringing back emotional closeness means putting in the effort to talk about feelings, show affection, and be there during tough times. Both partners should feel safe being open about what they need and know that they'll be heard and supported. Unresolved conflicts. Over time, conflicts that never get fully resolved can build up and leave behind emotional residue. These lingering issues, whether they stem from money, chores, or personal frustrations, can create a low-level tension that slowly wears down the relationship between husband and wife. Often, trying to avoid arguments by ignoring problems only delays the discomfort. A husband may feel that his wife avoids meaningful discussion or refuses to meet halfway on key decisions, leading him to feel unheard or dismissed. That kind of built-up resentment doesn't go away. It grows. And as it does, the warmth in the relationship starts to fade. To avoid this, couples need to embrace healthy conflict resolution. That means tackling problems as they come up, being honest about how you feel, and finding compromises that work for both people. When handled well, conflict doesn't have to break a marriage. It can strengthen it. 7. Midlife crisis. It's not unusual for people to hit a turning point in their 40s or 50s, a phase often called a midlife crisis. This period can stir up deep personal questions that spill into a marriage. A husband might start reflecting on past choices, missed opportunities, or whether he feels fulfilled in life. That soul-searching can affect how he views his marriage. He may start to feel restless or question whether his relationship still makes him happy. Sometimes he may even wonder if his wife is still the same person he married, or if he is. These emotions can create distance or disappointment that neither partner fully understands at first. But midlife doesn't have to mean crisis. Therapy, honest talks with a spouse, and a focus on growing as a person can help. The key is to remember that personal growth and a healthy relationship can and should coexist. 8. External stresses. Outside stressors can sneak into a marriage and quietly pull couples apart. Whether it's pressure at work, money problems, health concerns, or personal losses, these burdens can take a toll. When one partner is overwhelmed, they may become short-tempered, distracted, or emotionally shut down. A husband going through a tough time might feel unsupported if his wife doesn't seem to be there for him emotionally. On the flip side, a wife may feel like her husband is checked out and not present for her. especially when she's dealing with her own stress? The answer is teamwork. Facing stress together makes both people feel less alone. A simple "I'm here for you" or "we'll get through this together" can go a long way. Being there for each other in hard times is what turns a marriage into a lasting partnership. 9. Lack of appreciation. Feeling unappreciated can chip away at the strongest relationship. If a husband starts to believe that his efforts go unnoticed or are taken for granted, it can breed resentment toward his wife. This often happens when both partners assume that love and effort are understood without needing to be said. For instance, a husband who puts in long hours or helps out around the house may feel discouraged if his wife doesn't acknowledge those contributions. If she doesn't say thank you or show appreciation, even in small ways, he may begin to feel invisible in his own home. The good news? It doesn't take grand gestures to show appreciation. Simple acts, like kind words, small surprises, or heartfelt thanks, can keep the emotional connection strong and let your partner know their efforts matter. The question of why some husbands start pulling away emotionally from their wives as they age is complicated. A mix of factors, aging, lack of communication, emotional distance, and outside pressures, can all play a role in shifting how they feel. But here's the hopeful part. These challenges aren't permanent or unbeatable. With honest conversations, empathy, and a real commitment to making things better, couples can face these issues and come out stronger on the other side. Marriage isn't something you set on autopilot. It's a living relationship that needs constant care. As we grow older, life may throw new hurdles our way, but those hurdles don't have to break us. Instead, they can become stepping stones. By noticing problems early and working together to fix them, couples can renew their connection and build a marriage that continues to bring joy, comfort, and deep love through every stage of life.